Okay, so here is my government Lapbook. We have our government symbol on the front, and then when you open it up, over here we have the voting rights and the electoral college information, which is that you must be 18 or older to vote, must meet residency requirements, and must be a U.S. citizen. And for the electoral college, it consists of 538 electors, votes to determine the president and vice president of the United States on election day, and it was established within the Constitution, and there needs to be a majority of 270 votes needed to elect the president and vice president. And over here we have some U.S. symbols and landmarks, and on the back of each one of these it states what it is. So we have the American flag, the bald eagle, the White House, Mount Rushmore, Washington Monument, and Lincoln Memorial, and you can just go ahead and put that back here. And then over here we have political parties. So the color for the Republican Party is red, the party is conservative, and President-elect Donald J. Trump is a Republican. And over here for the Democratic Party we have that the color is blue. The party is liberal, and Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden are Democrats. Over here we have the constitutional timeline, and so it goes all the way from 1775 to 1971. And it starts off with the Revolutionary War begins, Declaration of Independence is written, Revolutionary War ends, U.S. Constitution was written, George Washington elected first president, Bill of Rights was added to the Constitution, Abraham Lincoln was elected president, and the Civil War begins. Civil War ends, slavery is abolished, Lincoln is killed, everyone can vote except for women. For Amendment 15, and then we have Amendment 19 over here in 1920, which was women are given the right to vote, and then we have Amendment 26 over here, which was voting age was lowered to 18. And then above here I have the first 5 amendments, and so they're all images. So this would be the first one, celebrating the First Amendment. And then on the back it states what it is. So freedom of speech, religion, and the press. The right to bear arms. Over here we have an image for the Third Amendment, and it was the housing of soldiers. Over here is a political cartoon for Amendment 4, which was protection from unreasonable searches and seizures. And then I played the 5th for Amendment 5. Excuse me. And then over here we have the 3 branches of government, and so I added a little chart for the students. So the 3 branches of government: legislative, executive, and judicial. So legislative has Congress, Senate, and the House of Representatives. Executive is President, Vice President, and Cabinet, and judicial is the Supreme Court and other federal courts. And so that's just a foldable that we can slide into this pocket over here. And then up top we have some interesting facts about the U.S. So in 1607, the English founded Jamestown. In 1716, the first group of black slaves is brought to the Louisiana Territory. In 1812, that's when the War of 1812 happened. In 1914, World War I begins. In 1939, World War II begins in Europe, and in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education happened. So over on here, for this right side of the foldable, we have Florida senators and reps. So we have Marco Rubio, who's a Republican. He is a senator, and he's served since 2011 to the present. And we have Bill Nelson, who is a Democrat. He is a senator, and he served since 2001 to present. And then over here we have Florida's governor, which is Rick Scott. And he's a Republican who was served from 2011 to the present. And because my city is Davie and my county is Broward, I decided to do people from there. So we have Mayor Judy Paul, and her information is on the back. And over here we have the 10 representatives of Broward County, each of which all have information on the back that declare their party and their name and what district they're from. So it goes all the way up from 92 to, I believe, 101. And most of them are Democrats, with the exception of one Republican. So that is my foldable. Thank you.